welcome to A Quickie with Ms. B. Thanks for joining us for another week. Today is Monday.
Obviously.
Uh-huh. So this week is going to be the things we say is going to be our topic of conversation. And today, because it's Monday, we're going to ask why Mondays should be banned. So many people say that.
I just think that with the work week being the Monday through Friday aspect, okay, because all those people you go, hey man, if you're shift people, those people don't have a problem with Monday because
they work the shifts.
Yeah. I remember when I used to tell people, well, I mean, I get a weekend off. It's just that my Saturday sometimes can sound a lot like Tuesday. And Sunday sounds a lot like Wednesday.
Yep.
Which I didn't mind because on the weekend, it's a mess to do stuff. But when your weekend's on Tuesday and Wednesday, it's easy to get stuff done. School stuff can happen, all that. It's hard to do school stuff on the weekend because, well, school's closed. So. But I think it's with the work week, people, that's where that kind of thing comes from. Just my opinion. But I remember there's what have you heard? I've heard of Manic Mondays.
Yes, Manic Mondays. Right. Monday Mondays.
You and the Monday. Monday. Everyone's why do I hate Mondays? Why do I hate Mondays so much? It's like because you were off. You weren't working. Now you're working. I never had the problem with Monday, like, name it and hate it and all that. It was, I've always been in retail or the military. So in retail, there's no such thing as weekends off.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you're in the military, also, there's no such thing as weekends off. They don't go, okay, it's Friday. There's no wars on Friday. So enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Even we're going to go to 100 Liggett and practice the war games. But of course, there's no war on the weekend. So, we'll just take Saturday, Sunday off.
Take Saturday and Sunday off.
We shot cannons on the weekend too. They're kind of like, are they shooting back? Yeah, then shoot them. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yep, Monday.
You can't yell over the front lines and go, hey, stop shooting. It's Saturday. Do you know? I'm trying to sleep here. Yeah, that doesn't go well.
Yeah. Hey, we'll pick this up on Monday, okay?
Yeah. Remember when I said, pause? I was serious. It's the weekend. Hey, pause. I'm going to have some beers and wine or whatever. You guys enjoy yourselves, but no shooting till Monday.
And if you don't like the Monday and you can all come to an agreement that Monday is just not a good day to start that, then move it back to Tuesday.
Boy, could you imagine how awesome? I mean, could you imagine that? If they were like, you know what? Wait, no, we're not shooting. What? It's weekend. It's the weekend. Don't shoot on the weekend. And some commanders don't like Monday either, so we wait till Tuesday. Really? So you guys are like battle Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, half of Friday, right? Because it's the weekend. Half of Friday, no Saturday, no Sunday, and sometimes not Monday either. Really, it's like 3.5 days.
Depending on who's running the show.
I wasn't going to volunteer, but maybe I will now. Yeah, but don't forget, it's that whole Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, half of Friday thing that can be a real doozy.
That'd be quite the gig, though, if you just did Tuesday through Friday.
Yeah, as long as you didn't get nailed on a Tuesday through Friday, yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people that are emotionally don't like Monday. I mean, I've met people that are like, oh my God, it's Monday. It's like, yeah, but you knew Friday that this was going to happen.
We're going to roll around again.
Since you were born, every Friday there's a Saturday and a Sunday, and they're followed by Monday. I don't think it's ever changed since you were born. So this shouldn't be a big surprise. The whole Monday, it's like all of a sudden I was there. It was Sunday. Everything was great. And all of a sudden I sprung a Monday on me. It's like, nobody sprung a Monday on you. It happens every week. And you've only got to deal with 4 of them a month. So I mean, come on.
Maybe 4 less to deal with. Just saying.
No, just think if they said, you know what, there'll be no more, and that's the kind of thing our lovely government would do. That's it. I hate Monday. No more Mondays. What are we going to call it? Day. Everybody get white out. Take off the MON. It's just from now on. It's Saturday, Sunday, day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's no Monday. It's just day. Then you know what happened? Everybody would hate the day. You know what? I hate what? Day.
I hate that day. That day.
I hate day. What, you a night guy? No, I just hate day.
No, day. That day.
The first day. The one that starts, the day. I hate that day. Oh, yeah. What are we going to call it? We're going to call it A now. Take your white out, take out the D now. We're just going to call it A. I hate A.
Oh, man. That's a lot of calendars to change.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Boy, I just printed these and you want me to take the MON off? Oh, my God.
Now you just want to leave the AY?
And eventually they'd all settle on, okay, white everything out except for the Y. Because we all have a question on the first day of the week. Why?
Why?
So we're going to fulfill it with, what is today called? It's called why. Why do you call it that? Exactly. Why? Why do we have the day? Why is this day first? Why do we have why do I hate? Exactly. Why? There you have it, folks. You heard it first. Changing the world one day at a time.
And on that note, we're going to go ask why. Be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to A Quickie with Miss B. If you missed the first half of the episode, please go back and check that out, or any of the other previous episodes. And speaking of episodes, I got to say, last Friday, Fabulous Friday, listen to that one. The blind guy driving and me riding a pig. Priceless. Just saying.
You gotta make an impression.
So today we're talking about why Mondays should be banned. Now, I have to say that Mondays really should be banned, because then when my coworker comes in every day to pick up the stuff that she needs to pick up from my office and she says, "Is it Friday yet?" then I can say, yes, we're one day closer. Because we didn't do Monday.
Well, right. If they change the name of it to just why, then you can always state the date. Or is it Friday yet? Why? Why?
Well, I think all my coworkers would love to have Mondays banned and just work Tuesday through Friday.
But here's the thing with that. Nobody would be happy. If they went 3-day weekends, no more Mondays, and everyone went, yay! An entire nation would go, I hate Tuesday. Tuesday sucks. I hate Tuesday. If they went, okay, fine. Here's what we'll do. Everybody has to be happy from today on. Okay. We're going to have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. No more 4-day weekend every single week. Everybody would cheer for the first few weeks. What would happen 2 months later, Christine? You know what happened. They go, I hate Wednesday. Why? Because, 4-day weekend. What do you want, a 5-day weekend? It's like, eventually they'd be like, okay, I'm going into work on Friday and I'm leaving at noon. I hate Fridays. I had a buddy who got the ultimate job. He got the ultimate job.
Yeah.
40 on, rest off. I told him, don't you complain. Don't you dare complain. Don't you
40 days on and then
40 hours on, rest off.
Oh, okay.
Christine, I thought that was awesome, because what he was doing was they had a place where you You had your downtime. So Chrissy, he works 10 hours. He's
Uh-huh.
off 4
Uh-huh.
on 10.
Yeah.
2 days in a row. And the week's over. I'm like, dude, don't complain. Do not
Yeah.
complain. You realize you get a 5-day weekend. And you can't make anybody happy. He was like, yeah, but the hours. Shut up. Shut up. Do not tell me that the ultimate hours have been achieved and you don't like the ultimate hours. Are you kidding me? You work 2 days a week. 2 with a 4-hour break. Oh, are you kidding me? You're on for 10 hours, 4 hours off. You're on for 10 hours, 4 hours off. You're on for 10 hours. And then you're done? How dare you? Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Does it happen on a Monday?
Actually, it does. But when you have a 5-day weekend, hush. Won't you complain? Won't you dare complain? But I swear, I think it doesn't matter what the scenario is. Now tell yourself you'd be happy if all of a sudden they went, you know what, Christine, at the hospital, we're trying to consolidate the hours and we're trying to save a little money. We figured that having all the lights on in all the offices, that's a lot of money. So here's what we're going to do. What? We're only going to have a 4-day work week. You officially don't work Mondays.
Woohoo!
Okay. In 6 months, how do you feel about Tuesday?
I don't care because I have a 3-day weekend.
Right. How many of your coworkers are going to like Tuesday?
Not my problem.
They're going to all be going, is it Friday yet? What do you mean, is it Friday yet? It's Tuesday. You got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday. Is it Friday yet? Oh, my God. They'll all start hating Tuesday. Why? The name doesn't matter. It's the first day back from the weekend. That's what they hate.
Yeah, but this way, if you banned Mondays, you'd have an extra day.
Okay.
Day weekend.
But then you'd have. Listen, I know so many people who have I know a guy who worked 10-hour days, 4 days a week. I know a guy that did it all in a row, like I told you. I know people that I've worked nights before where you have every day to yourself. No matter what the scenario is, they hate it. It doesn't matter what. If they get a 3-day weekend every single week, what's the one thing they'll no longer appreciate? 3-day weekends. Why?
Well,
I get one every week. You know what I really love? I love when we get Tuesday off after the weekend. Oh, I love that because that is like, you know what I hate? What I hate Tuesdays. Once you have a 3-day weekend every weekend, you hate Tuesdays because Tuesdays rob you of your 4-day weekend. You don't get a lot of those, so that's why I hate Tuesdays. Eventually, it's like, do I have to go to work at all this week? Yeah, then I hate the week.
Well, there are people that are like that just hate the week because they have to work.
Well, yeah, and it's like, well, why do you have to work? Well, so I can pay for that. Shut up, then. It was your choice. I wanted to have a home. If you don't want to work, go to the woods. You don't need a job. You do not need a job to live in the trees. Like,
no.
Why do you live in the trees? I hate work. Makes sense. Okay.
I don't think there's very many people that would do that.
Yeah, I mean, eating pine cones and drinking pine needle tea 7 days a week kind of sucks. So you're like, yeah, I thought I might have a bathroom. You know, I'm really tired of that bush over there. You know, there's only one bush. There's only one bush in Canada. Imagine that if people lived in the woods. Oh my word, they'd all be pooping at the same bush. I mean, you know, you guys have the proverbial bush. I mean, good Lord. I mean, thank goodness we have woods in Maine and not a bush, you know.
Bush. So it's back door, bush.
Right. But when you have 2, it's bushes. When you have 3, it's bushes. When you have 1, it's, I think I'll put a bush in the front yard. Something, I don't know, not too tall a bush, a shorter bush in the front yard. Honey, let's install a bush in the front yard, should we? Now, in Christine's world, that's what you call, I don't
The
know.
woods. It's the bush.
But why do you always say that's what you call the woods when you just called them the woods?
It's the bush. That's what they call it. They don't call it woods. They call it a bush. They call it in the bush.
What, did somebody go to Australia? I mean, here's the funny thing: the woods in Canada is the bush. There's no trees in Australia, and what do they call that? Outback or the bush? It's like they literally have a bush in Australia. It's like desert and a bush.
And
I can understand why in Australia they call it outback, the bush. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because there is literally a bush every, like, I don't know, 5,000 miles. There's one bush. But in Canada, what's the bush? Christine goes, it's the woods.
It's the woods. It's the
Well,
bush.
then why don't you call it the woods? Why do you have to God called it the woods. Christine wants to rename it. Got to rename it by.
You know.
The woods indicates that there's trees and wood. It indicates that. What do you want to call? I want to call it.
There's also bush in the woods too. Okay. And on that note, let's be done because I need to go give John an education on terminology Canadian style.